A beautiful woman. Do you feel like you're stuck in this pattern in daily life that you can't get out of? You have the same behaviors, you have the same thoughts, same emotions and feelings that keep coming up. You're like in this loop of life. And at the same time, you feel that you have a purpose in life. You want to contribute something really important in life, but how do you get there from this state of survival? Hey there, my name is Neisha. I'm a sacred presence guide and a spiritual therapist, and I help you infuse human daily life with your authentic soul essence by providing you with a bigger picture of life. And by the end of the video, you will understand how it is and what the reasons are that you are stuck in this survival mode. So, what is actually happening in this survival mode? Let's say that we can see the human system, we can see a human being as a system. We actually are a system as well because we exist out of a physical body that you can actually see. We have emotions, so we consist of an energetic body, and we have thoughts, so we have a mental energy body. And since everything is energy, and we can make systems out of everything just to make things simple for us and to organize things. Let's say that this is the human system, and there's a fourth energy body, which we call the spiritual energy body, which connects you with everything. So you have four energy bodies in daily life. We have to do with three of them. That's our physical body, our emotions and feelings, and our thoughts. So when you have a trauma, which is something that you experience usually early in life, which caused a certain programming into your system, the programming keeps coming back. So for example, let me give you an example about myself. So one time I was in the car with someone, I think I was maybe 12 or 13 or something. And she brought me home from dance class. It wasn't that far away, but because I actually never took the car, I didn't really know the way to my house by car road, but I wasn't able to express it. And she was like, do we go here? Do we go there? Do we go there? And in the end, we did arrive, but I wasn't comfortable for some reason even speaking up or saying things to her. And then at the end of the car ride, I was about to step out of the car, and she told me, you don't need to be like, in Dutch there's this expression like a soft-boiled egg. You don't need to be that soft. You need to learn to speak up. And for someone as sensitive as I was, that was like literally someone like hitting me and telling me, you did something wrong, you didn't do well. There was also no, she didn't wonder why I wasn't able to express myself properly, or how it, why I didn't know how to navigate on that car road. So to me, expressing myself, it became really hard because there was this pressure of I have to express myself, and at the same time also the label of, okay, I'm too soft, I'm too sensitive, I have to speak up. So for a long time I felt that pressure, and that's one of my like smaller traumas. So I think throughout my period as a teenager, I had a lot of trouble expressing myself, speaking up, standing up for myself. So what happened in my system was that every time I came into a situation that I felt like I'm supposed to speak up, or I feel the pressure to stand up for myself, in my body I would feel small, like I would want to withdraw myself because I would feel small. That's what happened the first time. And maybe that wasn't even the first time, but it's an example that um, happened to me and that I really, really remember that it was ingrained into my system. So physically, I felt small. I feel like my emotional body, like pulling against me, also making me smaller because I don't want to express my emotions, so I want to keep them with me. And of course, my thoughts, like subconsciously telling me, okay, I can't do this. I don't want to stand up for myself. I don't know how to speak up. I can't express myself. All these thoughts. So the same program would run over and over again if I would get into the same situation. And that's what's actually happening in survival mode. The difference with survival mode is that survival mode is usually a bigger trauma. And the reason that it happens is that from a soul perspective, you're supposed to learn something from that trauma. You're supposed to change in such a way and learn from that trauma that it actually supports your soul qualities. So from the trauma, your soul qualities are actually being triggered. Of course, at first it doesn't feel like that because you're stuck in a survival mode. And that's why a lot of times people, when they're further ahead in life and feeling good, they're actually helping people who have the same traumas because they have experienced it and they know how to tap into the soul qualities that are important to get out of the survival mode. And to everyone, that's different. Different traumas, different soul qualities. The reason why you can't get out of survival mode is because it's a program that has run for so long that you don't really know how to get out of it because it's been comfortable. It's helped you protect yourself from certain situations. So people, it has helped you move forward from the situation that you were primarily in. And you don't know any better. You think that is you. You think that through the program, you've identified with the program, so you think that the qualities that came from that program are you. So I thought, I am shy. I can't stand up for myself. I'm not able to express myself verbally really well. So I would, I had assumed that all these convictions were my soul qualities. They were things that I identified with. But actually, that's not the case. So you get into more and more situations, and the more your soul is, well, not pressing you, pressing is not the right word, the more you're stimulated to grow into life and to be yourself more, the more you feel stuck. So that means something has to change. And how does change come about? Change happens first internally. But it could also start externally. So the situation will tell you that something inside of you needs to change. At the same time, sometimes you feel like internally something has to change, and then your outside world changes. So it can work both ways. But usually, when you're stuck in this survival mode, you feel like something has to change. You have to change something about yourself. You have to change one thing or maybe more things. And that's the question. Where do you start? And how do you do things? One of the things that you can start doing is to slow down, take time for yourself, start reflecting what's happening inside of me, become aware again, because maybe you're probably very sensitive and you were aware, but you've let things pile up, or you went over your own boundaries, or you feel overwhelmed. Everything happens so fast, and so many things happened at the same time. And be forgiving and be compassionate towards yourself. So first thing is take time and space to yourself and just start feeling, maybe start journaling, start being aware of what is going on inside of you. And once you have done that, then it's important to get into the silence, because actually what your survival mode is telling you is that you need to reset yourself so that your soul qualities can naturally evolve themselves. And you need to make time and space to do that. And some people, they need a routine, they need a structure to do that. Some people need to be able to be free completely and not do anything. Maybe you need to go into nature. So first one is awareness. Take time and space for yourself, reflect, and then go into silence. In Japanese spirituality, Japanese wisdom, Kajawan, there is a really great stress on silence, because in the silence you're connected to yourself, you're connected to the earth, you're connected to your soul, to spirit, universe, or God, or however you may call all that is alive. And in that stillness there is infinite connection to everything. And in that infinite connection, there's space to become aware of what wants to live inside of you, what wants to flow, what wants to be created. So it's important that you take the time and space to become aware and to move into stillness. So these are already a few steps that you can take to start getting out of the survival mode. In the end, when you move through getting out of the survival mode, you will discover more and more parts of yourself. Because in getting out of it, and I see that in a lot of my clients, a lot of the traumas that haven't been processed, they get the space, because the reason that you're in the survival mode is also because you haven't processed the traumas. So you haven't learned completely what your soul wanted you to learn to become the person that you are supposed to be. And when you are the person that you are supposed to be, then you can contribute. That's not true. You can always contribute to the outside world, but being your complete self and expressing the soul qualities, it gives you the full potential of your being to contribute into the purpose and mission that you are supposed to be in. And I'm a believer that you can create purpose in every moment just by being who you are. And if you don't feel that you are yourself, if you're still your traumatic self or your ego self, even then you can have purpose in a moment, or give purpose, or create purpose. But I do believe that people who feel they have a mission in life and they feel like they want to contribute something important, like you, we have a bigger purpose. And the purpose lies in helping the earth, helping humanity, helping a specific living being, maybe some, plants, trees, animals, to get to a more evolved stage. And it doesn't mean that we need to help to get to that stage. It means that we are already getting to that stage, because the earth, the universe, we're always expanding, we're always evolving. But it is our task to help out and to learn also for ourselves, and to just also create the lives that we want to, because the lives that we want to, that we're craving for, that is also the life that is good for the earth. So that means that your dreams are always going to come true in some way, especially when those dreams are aligned with your soul purpose. let's do a short meditation in which you can find out what the next step for you can be in moving out from the survival mode. So close your eyes and make yourself comfortable. Take a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In all the way to your womb, out through the mouth. Dropping yourself all the way into your womb, connecting to your wisdom, to her creation, and to motherhood in all her forms. In your womb, you know everything. All the wisdom that you need in life. And for the next few breaths, breathe in through your womb. And when you breathe out, allow the womb energy to move through your heart space in the middle of your chest. In through the womb, out, womb to heart. And this is making the connection between womb and heart, in which the heart is all about opening your heart space where your soul is being settled throughout life, where you open up to giving to the world and receiving all that you need to live life. So keep breathing slowly, deliberately, and relaxing more into yourself and into your body. And the next series of breaths, you breathe in through the nose, all the way into your womb again. And in the out breath, let the air and the energy move from the womb to your heart space, to your third eye, in your forehead, in the middle of your forehead, into your brain, into the womb, out through the heart space, into the third eye. So you make the connection between heart, womb, creation, and vision, intuition. And when all these are connected and going in every direction, back and forth, there's this infinity sign. The infinity of life, infinity of possibilities, infinity of your soul. And feel yourself becoming more and more silent. And then ask yourself, what is the next small step that I can take to free myself from this survival mode? And then bring your attention to this infinity sign, womb, heart, third eye, and let the answer come up. Be quiet to hear the answer. And if necessary, repeat the question. What is the next small step that I can take to get out of the survival mode? And if necessary, rephrase the question, what is the next small step that I can take to express my soul quality? Okay, if you haven't got an answer by now, that's okay. Maybe start reflecting afterwards. Journal, look around you, what's happening in life. Now take a deep breath into your womb again. Breathe out slowly. And on the next breath, you're back into your body in the environment that you are in. And we want to learn more about who you are and what you came here to do. Subscribe to my channel and maybe watch the next video about how your sensitivity is actually part of your purpose. Enjoy the magic and beauty of life within.